Welcome to a very special Google Hangout that we are bringing you from the Auto Expo. It's the 13th edition of the Expo here in the National Capital Region. We are back in Greater Noida and all the action has already kicked off. We have plenty that we want to take you through, and of course we're going to be joined by a whole lot of people from across this wonderful country of ours who have questions for all of our guests here as well. Let me introduce our guests to you. I'm lucky to be joined by two people here who we had at the last Expo as well. Mr. Pawan Munjal, of course, heads Hero and has been driving the company forward. And alongside him is another man who needs no introduction, that's Ranbir Kapoor, who is, besides being the brand ambassador of Hero, also an auto enthusiast, as we now very well know. And I think the thing that, or the trait that we share is perhaps just this passion for riding and automobiles. And you get to make them, I get to test them, and you get to shoot with them. You get to have some fun with them. Yeah, I think that's not a bad arrangement, perhaps, right?
I get to ride them too sometimes.
I, of course, have plenty of questions for both of you, but let me not be unfair to all those people who are joining us, because we have a lot of people from around the country, as I mentioned, who've been waiting to ask questions of all of us over here, and I'm sure they have lots of questions for you, Ranbir. Let's start off with Richa from Delhi, who's got the first question. Richa, go ahead.
Hi, Ranbir.
Hi,
The question for you is, what do you like the most about Hero?
I fall short of words how to really sum this up. My experience with them. It's been 4 years now, and I hope that we can have a long relationship, and we can really change the way the way bikes are perceived in this country, and not in this country but all over the world.
More questions. This time, let's go across to Mumbai. We've got Nirmal with a question. Go ahead, Nirmal.
Hi, so my question is for Siddharth. It's, what is the best part about your job? It's about riding new bikes or traveling?
What is the best part? I can't really pinpoint just one thing. I have to be very honest. I'm going to be greedy and say all of that is the best part. The fact that we, of course, get to access the latest products, sometimes before a whole lot of other people can. The traveling comes with it, but I'll tell you what, that traveling becomes important only if there is something worth, that's waiting for you at the other end. So if it's worth the hours spent on an airplane, then it's worth my time. So traveling is a part of it, but I would have to say the product definitely comes first for me. Thanks for that, Nirmal. I will quickly move on to Hyderabad. We've got Yatish waiting and standing by with a question as well.
Hello sir, good afternoon. So my question is to Pawan sir. So when do you think the hybrid vehicles will be manufactured by the auto manufacturers?
Yeah, as you know, some manufacturers already are out there with electric scooters for a couple of years now, but not in really mass volumes, not very large volumes. Clearly, with what we see in the environment today, with a lot of pollution in the air, especially in large cities like Delhi, Mumbai, etc., most of us are working on hybrid and electric products. We have today showcased here at the Auto Expo an electric scooter concept in the Duet E, and in the past we've also shown a concept of the Leap hybrid scooter. We will be also going forward working on electric motorcycles. You will see them out there on the road sooner than later.
Next question is once again back to Mumbai, to Jivika. Jivika, go ahead with your question.
Hi, Ranbir. Hi, everyone. Thank you, NDTV, for making this happen. Just a short and sweet question, I guess. Which is your favorite scene in the Hindi movie when somebody was on a bike? So the bike scene in any of your favorite movies.
Okay. I'd probably like to see a scene from my own film, which is Rockstar. I remember that I wrote a lot of bikes and a lot of scenes because we shot in Prague, we shot in Verona, we shot in Delhi, Hyderabad, and then finally Kashmir. And to ride a bike on those ice roads is really hard, because when you brake, the bike slips. So it was quite an adventure, and my co-star was riding pillion, which was Nargis. So each time I had to give a shot, I used to ride the bike, and after I pressed the brake, I used to stop 10 feet after I pressed the brake. So I used to make 10 people stand behind the camera just to hold us so that we don't fall off the cliff. So I think that was really memorable for me to shoot those scenes. So I would like to mention that.
Can we go back to Kanika? We don't want to skip her question. So
Hi, can you hear me now?
yes, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Great.
Mr. Munjal, my question is for you. I've actually been following you on NDTV and was just wondering if you could elaborate on the concept of Honda Greenovation.
Hero
Innovation.
Hero Greenovation. Apologies.
Yeah. I was just talking about what we've been now doing at our manufacturing plants. The latest being the Neemrana factory, which we opened last year in October, and the slogan there is manufacturing happiness. We don't just manufacture motorcycles and scooters there, we manufacture happiness. We make people happy who come to work in that factory. We take energy from the sun, we have solar panels on the roof, and that energy we use to run air conditioning and a lot of the machines in the factory. Now this air conditioning plant is also a special plant which generates water from condensate, and that water we use for harvesting and also give back to the soil. We give 8 times back the water that we take from the soil in Rajasthan. And then we have a green wall like this there in the factory, which produces oxygen, which is good for 3,800 people who work in the factory. And the amount of natural light in the factory, it's all very, very pleasing. So people want to come to the workplace every morning. They don't want to go back home in the evenings. Similar concepts we have been bringing into our motorcycles and scooters, especially with the iSmart technology, where we are consuming less fuel than a normal motorcycle, and also a lot of safety features. So all in all, we are becoming more and more an eco-friendly company, which is why we have this theme of Greenovation.
Which is why you've also won the Green Award from us. Like, I'm carrying on plugging our
Yes,
awards here,
yeah.
so why not throw in one more? Okay. Ranbir, none of them are going to let me get away with it if I don't ask you about what's happening from you in terms of your new movies.
Lots of new movies. I have Jagga Jasoos coming in July. I have Karan's film, Karan Johar's Ae Dil Hai Mushkil coming in October. Then I start Ayan Mukherjee's film, which is of course this superhero mythological film, and Mr. Hirani's Sanjay Dutt biopic. So a lot of things to look forward to, especially for me this year, looking forward to some happiness, some peace of mind and inspiration.
Keep entertaining us, that's for sure. And thank you both for joining us here, and thank you all for joining us.
Thank you guys, lovely to hang out with you. And thank you Google for this.